You're being rolled up in a carpet that reeks of camel sweat and exotic oils. Two men lift you like a piece of furniture, struggling under the weight. Breathe lightly. Stay quiet. One wrong move, and it's over. Outside, soldiers stomp around Alexandria searching for you. Your own brother's men. Your own husband's men. Same person, actually. Family's complicated. The men carrying you approach a Roman military checkpoint. Your heart pounds against the dusty fabric. This is either the most brilliant power move in history or the stupidest way to die. 50-50. Delivery for General Caesar, your smuggler announces, his voice steady despite carrying a fugitive queen. You're bumped through doorways, upstairs, past voices speaking Latin, then suddenly you're dropped onto cold marble. The carpet unrolls. Julius Caesar, Rome's most feared general, stares down at you with raised eyebrows. Behind him, your brother's advisors freeze mid-sentence, jaws hanging. Nobody expected this entrance. I need to speak with you, you tell Caesar in perfect Latin, alone. Rewind 21 years. You pop into existence as the third child of Pharaoh Ptolemy XII, a man whose family tree is a circle. The Ptolemies have been keeping it in the family since forever. Your grandparents? Siblings. Great-grandparents? Also siblings. Family reunions are just regular dinners. Your first words are in Greek. Your second words are threats to the servants. By age 7, you speak 7 languages while other kids are eating sand. Each new tongue is another weapon in your arsenal. Why stab someone when you can insult their mother in their native language? At 10, you watch your father get chased out of Egypt by an angry mob. Lesson 1 in politics. Popularity isn't permanent. 3 years later, he returns with Roman backup. The same person who threw stones are now groveling. Lesson 2. Friends with swords beat enemies with principles. Your education isn't reading and arithmetic. It's how to survive the world's deadliest family reunion. Your older sister tried taking the throne twice. Now she's dead. Your other sister, Arsinoe, watches you at dinner with murder eyes. Only one of you will make it to the sequel. Dad dies when you're 18. His will pairs you with your 10-year-old brother as co-rulers, also as husband and wife. Because nothing says stable government like marrying someone who still wets the bed. The kid could barely feed himself, but now he's your king and husband. Ancient Egypt, where keep it in the family is literally the law. 3 months in, your brother's advisors stage a coup. The king has decided to rule alone, announces the head snake, surrounded by guards. You're wearing enough jewelry to sink a battleship and have 0 allies in the room, but hey, no pressure. You don't panic. You smile, excuse yourself, and escape that night with some gold and your best eyeliner. Your brother's men chase you to the border. Civil war erupts. For months, neither side wins. Then Julius Caesar shows up in Alexandria, Rome's most powerful general and the man who just won a brutal civil war. Your brother, thinking he's slick, kills Caesar's enemy Pompey and presents him the head. Caesar's disgusted. Even in ancient Rome, there's such a thing as too thirsty. News reaches your hideout in a fishing village. You see your shot. Caesar's staying in the royal palace. Your palace. He hasn't picked sides yet. Time to make an entrance he'll never forget. You find a loyal merchant, trim a luxury carpet to size, and touch up your makeup. Sometimes to get ahead in life, you have to be willing to play dead in a rug. The carpet unfolds. You strike a pose that screams, "I'm a goddess, not a FedEx package." Caesar's men reach for their swords, but Caesar waves them off. He's intrigued. Score 1 for dramatic entrances. You speak perfect Latin, explaining your brother's coup with just enough victim energy to seem sympathetic, but enough steel to seem worth backing. It's a masterclass in political theater. Caesar's hooked. Your brother's advisors realize they've just been outplayed by a woman who arrived as home decor. Their faces could curdle milk. The old one, Pothinus, looks like he swallowed a scorpion. Delicious. Within days, you're installed in the palace alongside Caesar. Your brother throws a tantrum. His advisors raise an army. Alexandria erupts in riots. Caesar's forces are outnumbered, trapped in the royal quarter. Just another Tuesday in the Ptolemy family. The great library of Alexandria catches fire during the fighting. Thousands of scrolls turn to ash. Future historians will never shut up about this. You've got bigger problems, like not dying. The siege lasts months. You and Caesar bond over strategy sessions that turn into something more intimate. Nothing says romance like planning your brother's downfall while dodging assassination attempts. Roman reinforcements finally arrive. Your brother tries to escape by boat, but drowns in the harbor wearing gold armor. Darwin Award, Ancient Egypt edition. Your younger sister Arsinoe also tried claiming the throne during the chaos. Caesar captures her alive, which isn't your preference, but he promises to parade her through Rome in chains, which is almost as good as dead. Now you're back on the throne. This time with the world's most powerful general as your lover. Power couple goals. Your Instagram would break the ancient world. Caesar installs you and your even younger brother, Ptolemy XIV, as co-rulers. Another brother husband, another child. At least this one knows better than to cross you. The last model took an unscheduled swimming accident. Your relationship with Caesar isn't just pillow talk. It's strategy. It's politics. It's Caesar waking up thinking he's making all the decisions while you planted the ideas in his head the night before. Classic. You get pregnant. Power move. Other women get jewelry from their boyfriends. You get an empire and a dynasty. Caesar brings you to Rome, installing you in his villa. The Romans are clutching their pearls so hard they're turning to dust. A foreign queen in our Rome? The horror. You give birth to a son, Caesarion, Little Caesar. Your backup plan with a heartbeat. The living proof of your connection to the most powerful man in the world. Insurance policy, tiny human edition. Caesar throws you parade after parade, erects a golden statue of you in the Temple of Venus. Roman senators watch in alarm as their general goes full simp for a foreign queen. Red flags everywhere. Meanwhile, back home, you got Egypt running like a Swiss watch. The harvest is good, the taxes flow. You're building monuments and expanding temples while ruling through representatives. Remote work, Pharaoh style. You're in Rome with Caesar on the Ides of March when a group of senators decides they've had enough of him. They stab him 23 times on the Senate floor. History's most violent group project. Just like that, your protector's gone. Your lover is gone. Your political alliance is lying in a pool of blood. The same senators are eyeing you like you're next. You don't wait for the funeral. You grab your kid, your gold, and get the hell out of Rome before Caesar's body is cold. Back to Egypt, where at least the enemies are familiar. Rome plunges into another civil war. Because why not? Caesar's assassins versus his allies. You watch from afar, calculating your next move. Your son is Caesar's only living child, but Rome will never accept an Egyptian king with a foreign mother. You need a new Roman ally. Someone powerful, someone malleable, someone like Caesar's right-hand man, Mark Antony. Time to reapply that eyeliner. Mark Antony and Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, divide the Roman world between them. Antony gets the east, which includes your neighborhood. He summons you to meet him in Tarsus. Power move. You leave him on red for weeks. When you finally decide to show up, you don't just arrive. You make an entrance that would make Beyonce look low effort. You sail up the river on a golden barge with purple sails. Dressed as Aphrodite, silver leaf oars, perfumed winds, servants dressed as cherubs. Flex much? Antony, waiting on the dock like a chump, watches his masculinity evaporate in real time. The guy who fought his way through Gaul is now giggling like a teenager. Mission accomplished. You invite him to dinner, then another, then another. Each feast more extravagant than the last. Antony thinks he's seducing you. Meanwhile, you're 3 moves ahead, picking out his future job title, Cleopatra's butler. His soldiers start calling him Cleopatra's butler. Ouch. Unlike Caesar, the calculated political genius, Antony's more like a frat boy with an army. All muscle, swagger, and drinking stories. But he controls half of the Roman world, so you work with what you've got. You hook up. It's business and pleasure. Mostly business for you. Mostly pleasure for him. You've done this dance before with a better partner, but the song remains the same. Antony needs Egyptian grain and gold for his military campaigns. You need Roman muscle to secure your throne. Perfect match. You become his official side piece, despite his marriage to Octavian's sister back in Rome. Awkward family dinners ahead. You get pregnant again. Twins this time. Overachiever. You name them Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene. Sun and moon. Subtle. While Octavian rules from Rome, building support and spreading rumors about Antony being whipped, you and Antony carve up the Eastern Mediterranean between shots of wine. Armenia, yours. Syria, yours. Cilicia, yours. It's like Monopoly, except the properties are real countries. And landing on go to jail means an actual execution. You host the legendary bet banquet where you dissolve a priceless pearl in vinegar and drink it to win a wager. $1 million cocktail. The Romans are scandalized. The Egyptians are impressed. Your accountant is having a stroke. You convince Antony to publicly acknowledge Caesarion as Caesar's legitimate heir. Octavian, who based his entire political career on being Caesar's son, takes this personally. Very personally. As in, I'm willing to raise an army and kill you both personally. Back in Rome, Antony's reputation tanks. Octavian's propaganda machine works overtime. Antony's gone native. He's abandoned Roman values. He gave Roman territory to a foreign queen. All technically true, which makes it worse. The final straw, Antony divorces Octavian's sister. It's the ancient version of breaking up via text, except this text comes with a war declaration. War is inevitable. Octavian declares it officially against you, not Antony. Smart move. Romans love fighting foreigners more than other Romans. He paints you as the evil seductress corrupting noble Antony, history's most successful smear campaign. You and Antony assemble your forces at Actium in Greece. Your fleet versus Octavian's fleet. Winner takes the Roman world. The battle's going fine. Not great, not terrible. Then you make a fatal decision. You signal your ships to retreat, maybe to preserve your forces for another day. Antony sees your ship leaving and abandons his own men to follow it. Facepalm. The entire battle collapses. Your forces are routed. Antony's men surrender or defect. Game over. You race back to Egypt with Octavian in pursuit. You fake your death to test his loyalty. He reacts by immediately stabbing himself. Toxic couple of the century. Plot twist, you're still alive. When they bring his bleeding body to your hideout, he dies in your arms. Shakespeare's taking notes. Tragedy goldmine unlocked. Octavian arrives in Alexandria. No more cards to play. He wants you alive for his triumph parade in Rome. The ultimate humiliation. Hard pass. You request a final visit to Antony's tomb. You bathe, dress in your finest royal robes, eat a last luxurious meal. A peasant brings you a basket of figs with a special delivery hidden underneath. You dismiss your servants except for 2 trusted handmaidens. You write a final letter asking to be buried with Antony. Then you reach for the basket and find the asp, a venomous snake concealed beneath the fruit. You press it to your breast. The venom works quickly. No chains, no parades, no humiliation. Your last power move. Octavian's men storm in. Too late. You're already gone. One hand curled around the golden couch, lips slightly parted, body still radiating power. Octavian wanted to parade you in chains. Instead, he got a corpse that still outmaneuvers him in death. 2,000 years later, they're still telling your story, though they usually focus on who you slept with rather than the fact that you ruled Egypt for decades and spoke 7 languages. Figures.